Welcome back. We're up 100 points, but it's much lower from the start of the show. So from the start of the show, in fact, we have fallen close to under 150 points. That's not the problem. Pull up the advanced decline ratio. We had more than 1,100 stocks that were advancing just around 30 minutes ago. That's come down to around 720 stocks. So those crisscross lines tell you the picture. Nimesh joins us, and this time around, he's saying he's not going to tell us what he's picking up in D Street Chatter, but some stocks as well. Nimesh,
well, you pushed me yesterday, right, to talk about stocks as well. So I thought today let me do that as well. But okay, on the markets first, a decent recovery, I'll say, Nigel, from a very extremely oversold levels. But again, the FI seems to be better sellers, so the number will look reasonably large on the sell side from the larger FIs. That's overall feedback. I guess a bit of pullback in the broader markets as well. But again, it's very selective. You've seen massive correction in the broader market names in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so. So that pain doesn't look like it's over yet, but there is some signs of buying interest coming back. And I'll talk about some names as well where there is some FI buying. So it looks like some bit of interest is back in the broader market as well after the carnage that we've seen in the last many days. I guess today's rally is largely led by financials, and rightly so. The RBI move was very important and very needed, and you're seeing a reaction on the bank names and the NBFCs. Also, if you look at the reports, this is a clear precursor to a potential rate cut in the Fed policy itself. So that is the reason why the financials have seen a bit of a rally today. NBFCs are doing good. Large banks have done well today, and there is a bit of buying as well. So a bit of shift is happening towards financials for sure, and this could be the year wherein the financials do a bit of outperformance and heavy lifting. So that's the overall feedback as far as flows are concerned.
Nimesh, that's a very important point you're making, right? Because we know we have a problem, and you have one part, the regulator that's saying let's ease some kind of monetary stimulus, which is good. Now, hopefully the budget as well realizes there is a slowdown. Let's give a capex boost. That's the hope.
That's the hope.
But tell us what else you pick up.
So again, technically, I guess, as we've been saying, this 20 to 800 is a very crucial support on the downside. We've respected those levels yesterday as well, and today we've seen a bit of pullback as well. So that's the level in the near term to watch out for. But given the expiry this week, given that we are so oversold, a technical pullback is pretty much on the cards. But as you rightly pointed out, after the RBI move that is done, I guess next eyes would be on the budget, and if there is something in the budget as well, you might see this recovery to happen, at least for the time being.
Indeed, but you promised us some stocks, so let's get straight to that.
Sure. So in terms of individual names, as I said, there are a couple of stocks which are sharply beaten down, and some bit of interest is back from larger FIs. So Samudra Motherson and Varun Beverages, these are the two names where there is delivery-based buying from larger FIs in today's market. So some bit of support there at downside on those names. On the flip side, GAIL and GMR Airport, while the stocks have recovered from the lows, there is still supply in these two names from larger FIs. So expect high delivery volumes, but at the sense side, in stocks like GAIL and GMR Airport. In general, I guess there is still some bit of selling in the PSU names. The third stock is Siemens. Well, there's a big upgrade from UBS today. They upgraded the stock to a buy. The target price of 8,000. The stock is still under pressure, largely because there is selling pressure. So even after the recent underperformance, there is supply, though small in terms of size, but there is supply from larger FIs and Siemens in today's market. And the last name is OneSource Specialty. A recent listing spin-off from Strides. That stock is under pressure, down 5% down circuit. But I understand there's going to be a large block in OneSource Specialty very soon. It looks like the promoter entity could be the potential seller in that large block.
Nimesh, blocks are not stopping even though market has come up. But there's a block after a while, right?
Yeah,
since the correction really started.
I guess that's also because, Prashant, that's also because a lot of, there was a lot of cool-off period for a lot of the promoters, right? So now that the earnings season is getting over, some of them can actually go ahead and do the blocks.
Absolutely. Nimesh, thank you very much for that. 130, by the way, on the Nifty, which means about 100 points off the highs. Mitesh is with us with what he'd like you to do in terms of near-term trading.